What's up, Tiff Tiff? What's up, Tiff Tiff? I knew there was something going on. What's up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. We are glad to be here for a new episode of Transcending the Culture. Today is Valentine's Day, so hopefully everybody got their gifts, got their cars, got their flowers, got their dinner, is having a good time. We're gonna bring Tiff Tiff back in here. She eating on something. I see them lips moving. You eating on something? What's up, Tiff Tiff? What's, what's happening?
My
I see you
funny
got your.
Valentine.
Oh shit. Okay, okay.
Look, sweet.
Lord have mercy.
Funny Valentine.
You up here serenading. I hope you ain't getting.
You make me smile with my heart.
Oh, you giving them. Okay, okay. You giving them a little bit
I'm
of the.
eating on some skins. I got hungry. I'm sorry. I got hungry. I'm eating on some skins.
It's all good. It's all good. What's
How you doing, cuz?
I'm doing amazing. Listen, I'm glad to be here with you. I know, Kat.
Absolutely.
I know Kat is going to be coming in really, really soon. Um, I'm just glad to be on another episode tonight. Feeling
Absolutely,
good.
cuz.
Look, feeling good. Listen, I think I got me a little somebody, and I went on a little early date before the podcast tonight. So, like, I'm kind of geeked a little bit. I had about 3 margaritas.
Not the
Um,
three.
so I'm buzzing a little bit, but I mean, if we gonna keep it all the way a stack, I'm buzzing a little bit, but it's all good though. It's all to the good. It's been a really, really good day, and like I said in the opening, hopefully everybody is having a really good day with their loved ones, if they are with anybody, and they got their cars, got their flowers, got their dinner, or they going out to dinner tonight. Um, it's really, really cool because I actually thought he was gonna have to work today. Well, he did have to
Uh-huh.
work today, but I thought he was working later. So he ended up getting off early, and we ended up going somewhere like around 5 o'clock. So that was
Okay.
pretty good. I'm a Valentine's guy, so I just, I like Valentine's and all that stuff. I ain't doing the little heart ears and bunny rabbit ears and all that shit, but
And what
you
you
know,
trying to say?
I ain't trying to say nothing. Cause listen, you got it on lock. You ain't cat. I ain't got nothing to say. But I'm all I'm saying is that I ain't doing it. But it's all good.
Listen, it took me a lot to get to this point. I,
I know.
you know, I don't know what to say. It's
I think it's beautiful. Like
um
your spirit is not that you haven't had a good spirit, but your spirit is like on a million, like these days. Like it's on a million. And I know not only I notice it, like obviously all the family notices it, but anybody that you encounter and that you come in contact with notices it too, and people love you. So like you are really, really amazing. That's not just some family stuff going on. Like I'm just saying, I see like the change, and
I'm sorry, I'm starving.
it's cool. I see the change, and it's a lot that crosses your mind when you kind of come face to face like with your mortality, because obviously you're
Yeah.
a cancer survivor and rheumatoid arthritis, which can f with you at times, just like with the lupus and all of that stuff. But um I see what you do, and I see who you are as a human being. Like forget all the rest of the stuff, just who you are as a human being, and how good you
Mhm.
are to people, and how much you want to do for people, and it goes a long way. So kudos to you. Happy Valentine's Day. What you and Dana got going on? Y'all doing something or? I'm just listening. What y'all got going on? Don't be the bulgy eyes. Just what you got going on Valentine's Day.
Nothing.
You look like
Nothing.
government's out there.
That's
Okay, my fault.
that's my
What
that's my friend. That's my baby. That's my baby. That's
what
my baby.
what y'all got going on?
Nothing.
Okay.
You see where everybody working and
Yeah. Um, it's I threw you for a loop. I'm sorry.
yes, you did call
breathe,
me
breathe a
stupid.
little bit. Breathe a
It's
little
all
bit.
right. I don't give a shit.
But oh, so now you tough. Oh, now you tough. Okay.
Don't give a fuck. No, ooh, no, excuse me, Lord.
Nah, but you know
You
what?
ain't,
Um,
you ain't hear that.
I think it's dope. Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully you
Thank
have,
you.
hopefully you can get out and do something or just chill a little bit with each other and that sort of thing after the show. We just gonna be on until 9 o'clock tonight, regular time. We always go
Yeah.
6 hours over, but we gonna spend
Yeah.
time tonight. It's just trending topics tonight. We purposely did not invite a guest on because it's Valentine's Day, and we figured people was gonna be going out and doing stuff and all of that stuff.
Hmm.
So we will resume with our guests next week. Just as a preview, we do have comedian Joey Jaja coming on next Wednesday. That's gonna be dope. He's on with us for the whole hour, so it's gonna be some shit. Like it's gonna be some shit. And then we have Marcus Divine. He's coming on the last Wednesday of the month, and he produced for so many people. Aaliyah, um, just a lot of people. He's been out here obviously for a long time. And he's going to be coming on to the podcast the last Wednesday of the month. We have hashtag dope, who is here in Cleveland. He's going to come on the first Wednesday of March. So
Okay.
it's looking pretty good. Anybody that flips over to the entertainment plug, which I host on Saturdays, I have Mookie Matonio coming on this coming Saturday. He's actually going to be in the studio with me live. And for those of you who don't know, he's signed to the Life Entertainment, which is Crazy Wishbone's record label. But he has an album out. It's actually been out for a couple of years now, but I mean, he did millions of streams, and the album did really, really good. He's out here. It's actually been out for a couple. He will be on the entertainment plug that's coming Saturday at noon. So you guys can tune in for that. Definitely catch it on YouTube and Roku TV and Apple TV. So we getting up there. We are definitely getting up there. We appreciate you guys for tuning in with us week after week. I want to give another congratulations and a shout out to our winners of Tiffany's Valentine's Day contest, Quincy and Jasmine. I still got to get to Quincy because he had some things going on yesterday, so he couldn't. I wasn't able to deliver it because he wasn't available yesterday. So I'll get with him and make sure that he gets his prizes. I went and picked everything up
Oh,
yesterday.
okay.
I'm just waiting for him to say when, and I'll get that stuff to him. But I know that Jasmine got her stuff. Congratulations to
Wait.
him again. And I'm grateful that they are listening, and it was cool to be able to hear their perspective of why they listen to the
Absolutely.
podcast. Because I mean, obviously the three of us, we know that we do our own thing, and nothing is really traditional or conventional, and we really just having a good time. So it's cool to actually hear that people are really feeling it, and I mean, obviously people are feeling it. We have close to 900 subscribers already now, which is really, really
I
dope.
saw that. It's
Everybody that
actually
friends, family,
888.
yeah. If like, please, please, please share us with your family and with your friends, and just people that you want. Share us. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and we got a lot more coming for you guys. So, what else was you gonna say, Tiff?
Yeah, you done got me with a skin in my mouth.
Damn, see?
That didn't sound right.
Right. It really did.
Oh, Jesus, help me. Anyway, so I went to take her the prize, and it was so funny because when I came in the house, she was like, "Girl, go over there and get the what you call it, the wine opener."
Oh yeah, the
So
corkscrew.
yeah, the corkscrew. Well, it was late, and I was like, "You trying to drink now?" She said, "Well, you brought the glasses over here." I said, "These glasses is for you, Jasmine." She said, "Girl." She said, "Oh, I didn't know." I said, "No, girl, I can't get down." I said, "I wouldn't be able to walk back to the house." she was ready to get it in.
Right. It's all good though, and that's just a token of our appreciation to them. More of the viewers who entered that contest, they will get something as well. And again, that's just a token of our appreciation. It's definitely going to be a lot more that comes along with it. We're getting a whole lot of merch done, and we'll be doing giveaways of that stuff too. Um, just a lot happening. Um, so you ready to kick into these topics?
I absolutely am. I was going to do a Black History segment today, but I didn't really have time. I had class, and from class, I literally had to jump in on here. But I'll do it next Wednesday.
Actually, what I think would be dope is because everybody, like all these different platforms and whatnot, and not
Let
saying
me
that
see.
it's a bad thing, but a lot of them are only doing that stuff during Black History Month. I
It's
think
sad.
I think that we should do something Black History every day, or
Mm-hmm.
we could name it something, and then you do something every show.
Okay.
I mean, and not just hold it to February, because it's so many, obviously of us who have done some amazing things and really created some amazing things that are out here, for the world's use.
Well,
Um,
actually, I can do one right
okay,
quick.
yeah, go ahead.
But I just brought it up. You know how I always have my handy computer
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So the one that really stood out for me is Harriet Tubman. Um, she actually has a movie out on what is that? Netflix called
Okay,
Harriet.
okay.
So a couple
Is
of
that an
facts
older
about
movie or is it? Because I feel like I remember something like some years ago.
yeah, I think that movie might have came out about 2, 3 years ago because I remember watching it
Okay,
on Netflix, and I just watched it last week when I was at work. Um, Very aspiring woman. She was an escape, and she was an escape enslaved woman who became a conductor on the Underground Railroad, leading enslaved people to freedom before the Civil War. She was never caught during her 13 dangerous missions to lead her friends and family out of slavery. She was the first woman to lead an armed military raid in June 1863 during the Civil War. She was a Union scout, spy, and nurse. She conducted the what is this? Combahee River raid, which set free 700 slaves. Um, she actually, from what I saw in the movie, um, she she went by herself. So in the movie, and I hate to tell a movie with people who haven't saw it, but it was like one part just really stuck out. She left her husband and her her family, her mom and dad, to go free herself over in was it Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And when she got over there, she got herself together, new clothes and everything. When she stayed over there for a year, then she came back to get her husband and her family. But when she came back, um, she sung a song to let her husband know that she was back. And when her husband turned around and looked, she was there. So when they got to talking, her husband said that I remarried. She was so pissed. And I mean, she was upset, but that didn't stop her from, freeing half of the city back over. So then after that, I believe she took her, no, I think her mom and dad ended up staying, but she rescued everybody else and brought them back over. But when they actually thought she was dead. So what it was, her husband and everybody thought she was dead. She died in the water or something like that. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but it's something I can't remember. But in the long run, when I was listening, she was so mad at her husband that he remarried. He's like I thought you were dead. So what what to think about that? Like, if my family and my husband thought I was dead, is it right for you to be mad that he remarried? He thought you were dead. Like, she was pissed. I'm talking about hitting her, told him to go. I'm like, go where? You in his house. So I was just a little confused, but in the same sense, I mean, he was right. I mean, he remarried. He thought his wife was dead. He even said, "You were gone,
Mm-hmm.
living a whole nother life."
Right.
So yeah, Harriet Tubman, she did a lot. She did a whole lot.
So you said this is on Netflix?
This is on Netflix. It's called Harriet.
Okay.
Um,
And who's in it?
let me bring it up. Oh, and another fun fact about Harriet Tubman is, how did Harriet get her name? Anybody out there? How did Harriet get her name? So Harriet got her name. Um, her 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 birth name was born Armita Ross. She would later adopt the name Harriet. So she got her first name Harriet from her mom, and her last name from her husband. So that's how she even became Harriet Tubman. Um, but the movie on there is called Harriet. Let me bring it up. Uh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Who played Harriet in the movie? Cynthia Evo Erivo. Cynthia Evo plays the Harriet Tubman in the movie Harriet. Other cast members: Harriet cast in real life character Harriet, and this was 2019.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna definitely
Oh,
check it
with
out.
Leslie O Odom Jr., Joe. These are some crazy names. So you know what? Don't get me to chopping them up. So yeah.
You
Hey,
so
cuz.
you so chopping them up.
Hey cousins,
I
happy
chop up to
Valentine's
them.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. So we was just to catch you up. We was just sitting here. I was just doing the Black History fact about Harriet Tubman, and we was talking about her movie on Netflix. I don't know if you saw the movie yet.
No, I have not saw the movie, but you want to know what people been talking about all week about Harriet Tubman?
What's that?
So Harriet used to knock out the babies, the newborns, when she was taking the freedom to keep them
Yeah,
quiet. But
yeah.
people thought she was actually knocking them
Knocking them
out
out. Get out of here.
instead of giving them medicine or something to make them tired. But people was like, can you imagine Harriet knocking your newborn out? I say, y'all too silly for me, man. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that was on her movie. The one young lady had her baby and she wanted to go with Harriet. And she just kept, convincing Harriet that she's a good baby. She's not going to make any noise and all that. Honey, you should see the look on Harriet's face. Like, now, let me tell you what, the first cry, the first whimper, y'all staying home. Because she just kept looking at her like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, I definitely have to catch that now. Now that you
So
mentioned
it's a
it.
2 hour movie. So it came out in 19 not ooh, it came out in 2019. It's a 2 hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's really really good. Janae Monáe, my favorite singer, is in it. as she was already freed. She was born freed. So that she really played. Now she really played her part. But
I'm gonna really
yeah,
check it
get
out
on
now.
there and watch it.
I'm still in love with Janelle Monáe. So
I love Janelle Monáe.
I think everybody does.
yeah, everybody does, and she'll have us all. So it's cool.
Let me elaborate just a few seconds on Kat's. If anybody is friends with Kat on Facebook, you may want to get on there and scroll down to her Valentine's Day picture. Yeah. So if your mom is friends with, you know what, Kathy, God bless you. Because my mom be like,
Don't
hey,
try
you
to
ain't
blast
saying
me
put
out
that
now. I wasn't showing nothing. I think it was very
It was
tame. More than
very
I didn't see
classy because
whole lingerie shoots on Facebook. Okay.
look, I wasn't like this with my ears on and everything.
Tiff, you ain't right. You ain't.
Look, I think I would have had a lot of people mad at me though. I ain't even go.
I can't with Tiffany.
You gotta arch it, pop it.
You gotta arch it, cuz. I gotta arch it.
While she mess
I'm too
around,
old for this
you know
carrying
what to
on.
do.
I am too old for this carrying. Oh, Jesus, help me, Lord. So, yes, you looked it really doggone good, cuz, in that picture, though. I ain't gonna lie. I said, girl, if you don't go head on. I said, well, damn.
Thank you.
You are
I be doing stuff and then I be like, oh, should I post? I be all nervous and stuff, but I just woke up today and said, fuck it.
Well, I saw it this morning and I was like, I don't know if I should like this. This is my cousin. So look, I let it go for about 2-3 hours. I said I ain't even touching that. And then I was like, man, fuck all that. I came back and I'm like, this is dope.
Oh my God. You said 2-3.
You had to let it marinate for a second,
I
huh?
literally just went on it before I came on here. I was like, wowzers. Like, girl, I don't know. I don't know. I just can't, man. I post something like that. I'll probably get about 200 likes and a whole bunch of phone calls and block and be blocked and
Right.
all cussed out and carry on.
Yeah.
I thought it was tame. Listen, I didn't posted bikini pictures before, so honey.
Listen, if we gonna keep it all the way 1,000,000%, I mean, y'all already know I got OnlyFans, so I'm like, it's all.
You got what?
It's OnlyFans, so it's all kind of shit.
Do you?
It's all kind of shit I've been wanting to post, but my mama on my Instagram, and I'm like, I don't need them. I don't need that smoke. I do not need that smoke.
You got an OnlyFans page, cuz?
You know, I might.
That fans only look, like and subscribe, okay? You said you had premium content? Is that what a premium subscription?
Oh, so she gonna put me out there now. Okay.
That's why I'm eating my skins.
You know what?
Hey, Tasha, look.
I ain't no stranger to fans only now. I ain't no stranger.
I said I was eating some skins.
Look, Monique said to stand in that truth and accountability. So yes, I do. So now what? Yes, I do.
Listen, I said I ain't no stranger. I ain't no stranger to no fans only. So
well, you ain't gonna find no fans only page on my IG. The reels is as good as it's gonna get.
Right.
And where your reels been, Tiffany?
I
said where your reels and your antennas been, because I ain't been seeing no Tiff reels.
Right.
I did a reel this other day, I think. I gotta go on there and look because I stopped going on. I actually had stopped going on TikTok for a while. Let me tell y'all what. Ever since this podcast, I have been freaking drained. Going on TikTok, posting this, going on Facebook, I said, listen. And then the folks on TikTok want me to come on they live and carry on. And I'm like, I can't.
I was on their live last night and they was like, That's Tiff Tiff's cousin right there. I was like, "Ooh, I got some, somebody's
Damn,
name
for
in the
them to
streets. I
even
got
know
some
me
clout in the
like that
streets.
for real.
I got some clout in the streets because they said, yeah, her right there. That's Tiff Tiff's cousin. Hey, girl, how you doing? I'm like, oh shoot, thought I was incognito, and here I am being spotted because of you.
But see, that's one thing I can say about them. Like they is so real and ain't even funny. The one girl, Queen, we really had a genuine conversation, and she was like basically me telling me the tricks, the trades, and the ropes and stuff like that. And she actually told me about how they do that. What is it, Cat? Um, how they have to be on there for a certain amount of time
Yeah,
because
they
they're
have to
through an
hit.
agency. They're through an agency. So she did tell me, like everything you told me, she told me. And she also told me about that one app you was telling me about too.
Bigo.
Yeah, so she said she was on that, and I'm like, it's so many, y'all. Look, it's so many apps out there like TikTok. I didn't even know, but I'm not about to be going through no. But it's like you go on there, you get to talking, and I mean, you just be talking about random stuff, and it's just crazy. But I just got like you just get burnt out after a while. So I get up and I listen to my gospel music on TikTok to the one DJ,
Get to get
and
her spirit.
and sometimes I send them to you guys, whatever, and then I get off of it. And then this other lady, she does the affirmation in the morning on her treadmill every single morning. Girl should have been lost 50 pounds by now, but I really love her. She actually goes out and speaks. I'm serious. She be on there getting it. And so, but shit, after a freaking while, I was like, dang, I'm neglecting my reels and carrying on. So I have like 50 million reels saved to redo, but I have not got on there because I've been so busy with the Gospel Me Symphony and all that. So I'm gonna go on there because I'm gonna go on there. We need to do that one with old girl in the background singing. Is it Drake's song?
I don't think I saw it.
I sent it to you because I was like, "That's James all day in the driver's seat, and Cat in the back seat, and me in the front."
You see
And
that? You see that?
shut up, because he gonna throw them keys for real. What is the song? I'm gonna have to go on here and look.
Yeah, but I feel you about the getting burnt out thing because I've been doing my reels and stuff. And I had a whole bunch of them go viral, a whole bunch of million
Yeah,
views, 100,000s and stuff. And when they start wanting to monetize you and stuff, they look at your metrics and they be sending me stuff like, you haven't posted anything in a couple days, you haven't,
yep.
and I'm like, damn man, I'm tired.
I get
I
that
feel
all
like
the
a paid
time.
actress. I'm sitting here making 1,000 reels and posting, and then one day I was doing something and it was like post for 5 days in a row, and I guess I didn't post at the right time or I waited too late. I posted at 11 or something. It started me all over. I wanted to cry.
What?
Yes, it started me all. Oh, I was just like, oh my god, like, and then it'll take you to another level and say, well, complete this or whatever, and you didn't already did it, and I'm like, dang, I wish I would have, So it's a learning curve to the social media thing, and I'm learning. I'm starting to build my own fan base. I got 400 followers, from one reel alone. And the reel that I had that went viral was Rick Ross' baby mom dancing to a song.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a new artist. His name is Boss Man D-Lo. He has a new song, and everybody been making all these reels about him. And so he started blowing up. So everybody's like, well, you should have her in your video, because she the reason that you blew up. And I guess they had a falling out because he turned around and said, well, I don't want to work with her. I really want to work with Rick Ross.
Right.
So she's like telling people don't support him, because he's a flip flopper and stuff like that. I'm like, ooh, it was just cool a week ago. I'm like, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's been a lot of interesting characters and stuff and people going off on social media. But I did want to get into Gospel Meets Symphony.
Yeah.
So I was in attendance at Gospel Meets Symphony where our lovely Tiff was performing, as well as my mother, Kathy Hodges. We had Cameron Millirons, Diane Millirons. And then Brenda did such a friend to the show. She did such a wonderful solo. So Tiff,
Yes,
what year of the Gospel Music Symphony was this? They were celebrating a year. I can't quite remember.
30 years.
30 years. Okay, yes, I knew it was a big one. We got a comment from Katia Hill saying, "Hey, go Tiff." Listen, Tiff was going. Tiff had her tambourine going. And the funniest part is, y'all know about gospel music when somebody get to doing the tambourine and then everybody the song over, but oh no, we coming back in. So Tiff was coming back in. She did it a couple times. Then the third time, the conductor like, cut it. I was laughing so hard. I said, "Oh, Tiff, man,
you feel the spirit, man." It's like we had how many? I couldn't see how many people had the tambourine. I know it was me. I know it was Tony, who I sing with in JLTS, and I think it was the one guy that was sitting behind me, like cat cornered. And Sean, that was sitting next to me. She had it, but she didn't really have it. So I know, I know. I had it. When you feel the spirit, man, you just gotta go with it.
But it was really, I identify with gospel music, especially something that's when you feel it, when the spirit is in the room, it's in the room.
Yes.
You can't,
Yes.
It ain't nothing you can do about it. And a lot of the conductor and a lot of the orchestra, I think they could kind of feel like, oh, this ain't just a performance, something else is going on. Because when they started the songs back up, everybody was smiling. Everybody was just like, it was so much joy in the room that it was amazing to watch. So yeah, I was right with you, Tiff. Like, yeah, one more
time. Yeah. Yep. Then my so who was all in attendance? Well, my friend Farrakha, she was one of the ones who was in the drawing. Farrakha, she was me. Shout out to her. Her grandmother sung in it, and she was sitting right behind me. So Grandma Bolar decided she wanted to get her shout on. She's singing. She couldn't even sing, but she trying to, yes, Lord Jesus. I said, let me tell you something, Grandma. Look here. I cannot pick you up off the floor if you get to shout and you fall. And so my mom, she was actually sitting in the alto section way in the back. Couldn't find out because we couldn't find her.
I could not see her.
Yeah, she was way in the back. She said she was way in the back because she had came late. So like literally at the last minute. And then your mom was sitting right behind me.
See her. I could only, girl, my eyes ain't what they used to be. So I had to zoom in on my camera and pinch in. I'm like, oh, there go Tiff. And you was right by my mom. So I was, I had my little area. I was recording my little pocket right there. But y'all look so good. Y'all look so good that night.
Thank you. Yeah, I was having some technical.
I hate that I couldn't come.
Yeah, I mean, I had actually. So our cousin Lolita, our cousin Sandy Hodge, and my one cousin KK came, supported us as well. They was downstairs and you guys were up, and I was going to. We get an extra. So the participants get an extra ticket every year. And then now this year, we got to upgrade it. So that's what my mom did. I just told her to go ahead and use my ticket because I ain't having. My people really don't be off into that. So I just basically don't even ask them. But other than that, my mom said, thanks for your support, Taj.
No problem. I love going anytime that I can go. I really enjoy the show. I love the orchestra. I love you guys. You guys put on an awesome performance every year. So every time that I am able to, I will always be there. Hopefully one day I'll be able to join when I get my life together a little bit.
Well, when you join, I'll definitely come sing. We can make it a family thing for real. So that would be very awesome. My son was the featured drummer for one of the songs at the second half, which he did an excellent job. Mommy is very proud of you, Cams. And then they had Gospel Music Symphony 2.0, which was the younger generation from, I think he started it at 12 this year.
Yeah, the
It was 12.
youngest I think he said was 12.
So next year, KJ will be in it because he wanted to be in it this year. And I was like, no, you're not 12 yet. But they actually started at 12. So he'll be in it. I don't think I'm going to be in it next year. I got to super pray on that. But Cameron will definitely be playing the drums next year, and KJ will be in it. So if anything, I'll come and support them. If my mom be in it, I don't know. First of all, we don't know where Big Mom's mind is going to be at. So 9 times out of 10, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be in it. But other than that, I did have a good time. It was a very spiritual moment. It was some pros and cons about it, but other than that, we had fun, and I'm thankful that you came and supported your mommy and me, and we had a good time.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed myself. I came with my father and my nephew Aiden, and we had a good time. We were in a row with our Uncle Marvin and his whole church, and our cousin Tanea. Shout out to Tanea. Tanea is a big transcender, and she always supports me a lot on my reels and everything I do on social media. But yeah, we had a great time. I got to catch up with Jonathan during the intermission. So that was nice, to be able to talk to him and, say, hi, it's Kat from Transcending the Culture. Remember me? So yeah, so that was it was nice to catch up with him, give him his kudos in the middle of the show because the energy was just so amazing. So,
yes, it was.
Yeah, it was good. James, how you doing over there?
Girl, I'm cold. Listen,
I'm looking like you cool or you cold? Blanket?
Tiff, shut up. Listen,
I got my heat on.
The furnace went out about a week ago.
Oh yeah, so how did that?
So the landlord finally was able to get over here, and he thought he was going to be able to. Well, first we thought it was the thermostat because it's still blow.
Right.
It's just blowing cold air. So we thought it was the thermostat. Then I was like, well, maybe the pilot went out or something, but basically the furnace is done. So he got to replace it now. So it's looking like it's probably going to be replaced maybe tomorrow or Friday. But in the meantime, it's cold as fuck in this motherfucking house. Like, in my, it's cold in my media room because I don't have like I got a fireplace in the living room, so that heat up the living room, and then we done broke out the space heaters. Like I'm not even gonna front. I got the oven open in the kitchen.
Dang, cuz.
Oh, because it's cold outside. Like it's like 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy? It's
cold.
It's cold today, but tomorrow I think it's supposed to be 50.
Right. When the weather, when the temperatures shoot back up outside, then it won't be cold in the house.
Exactly.
Because it's 30 degrees and 25 degrees and it's ice and snow and all that stuff outside. So I'm cool. Because like I said, in the living room, I got the fireplace, so that heats up the living room. And then again, I got my oven open in the kitchen, and I got a space heater in the bedroom, and like I'm good. And then my thing is, you got your support system, and you got people. And I mean, I know I could go somewhere if I wanted to go somewhere or whatever, but I also just want to be in my own space. So like my mother, like, I don't know why you ain't come up. Because I got a house.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say you was more than welcome to come down here. I mean, I got 2 bedrooms, but KJ could have slept with his mom, but he probably not ain't. Mom, I'm 12 years old now. That's one thing. KJ never, when I say never, slept with me, even as a baby, because Cameron, that boy wouldn't sleep in that crib for nothing in the damn world. He slept in my bed. He would sleep in my mom's bed, and we all up in our neck and carrying on. But KJ, I said, I bet I don't, not this time. I made that boy sleep in his crib in his bassinet. But honey, for him to sleep with me now, he don't ask. But he'll sleep through a thunderstorm, a tornado, and all of it.
Yeah, I was good for a minute, but then y'all started talking about Gospel Me Symphony, and I'm like, shit, it's cold. I gotta go.
It's a spirit moving through the house. It's some kind
But
of
it's cool
wind.
though.
James said
I think,
halftime.
I think it'll be fixed tomorrow. Or I
Okay.
think he's supposed to replace it now, so I think it'll be the guy's supposed to come tomorrow. So we'll figure that out. I'm just
Hopefully,
like between your house, Tiff. I could go to my mama house. I could go to Joy house. I could probably go to my father's house, but I don't want to. But
Damn, don't do
nevertheless,
pop like that.
it's more than enough places that I could go to if I really needed to go somewhere. But I'm like, I'm good.
Right.
I got enough thickness to to stay warm enough. Don't do that, cat. But I.
why you say that? It's getting on my nerves. You in these comments, but it's because he's saying so serious that it's like that's why it be hitting me so late. Like,
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
I know. But yeah,
it was so silly. Well,
so
hopefully,
again, I got
some.
enough thickness to keep me all right. And then
Oh
I'm
my
just
god!
like,
Hopefully they do something, to get you a
I said
little
I'm gonna go get my
warm.
blanket. Go get
Hey,
my
listen,
blanket.
and that right there is the reason why I have a fireplace. Because
Yeah,
of things
yeah.
like that. So if your furnace ever, and I tell you what, them things is expensive as all get out. When I get in my new house, I am definitely getting me a bigger one to go upstairs, and then when I got now, it's going to the basement. I think I couldn't run my heat because I did not know how to control my thermostat. And it was like maybe about 2 months. I kid you not. I told my landlord going to say, we don't know how to do that. You're going to have to call the company. Call the company. Ain't you you're the maintenance guy and you don't know how to control. Mm-mm. So like for a minute, I didn't know how. Like it would cut on when it wanted to cut on. So it was like on a timer, if that made sense. Like at night it would just be cold and it would pop on during the day. So I kept my fireplace running. And that fireplace did the job. Get you a fireplace, James.
I just said I got one.
You got a fireplace. No, I'm talking about a big one.
I have one.
Oh, okay.
Well, we talking about all this cold weather and stuff. Let's get into the hot topics.
Right.
So let's talk about the biggest story that happened over the weekend, which is the Super Bowl.
Yay! Da, da, da. So they was kicking each other's asses. I ain't know what the hell was going on.
This was a nail biter, and I am not a sports girly at all. But this, no, for real. Like I'm not a sports girly. I'm just saying, talking about yay, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. I don't know what's going on, but
all that kissing they was doing.
Back and forth. At first, it was kind of boring in the beginning. I'm like, dang, when they gonna start? That last quarter and that overtime, they was just boom, 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 boom,
I'm telling you what.
Throats. It was so good to watch. That was a good game of football, I would say, because I was interested.
No, did you see it at the beginning where I can't remember the dude's name for left, but he got that one off. He smacked the shit out of that one dude, and then they got in between them. I'm like, no, let him get no.
Right.
Smacked the shit out of him. I said,
they were letting all kind of stuff slide.
They were.
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, he roughed up the coach, talking about put me back in, coach, keep me in the game.
Oh, dear.
If he was a different color, he would be having fines, charges, endorsements strict, all kind. Because he yoked him up. I said, dang. I said the way he yoked him up, like he owe you money or something. He yoked up the coach so quick, and the coach kept his ass in the game. No, he did do that. He said, you know what? Let me go on and put you back in. Go back in for you beat my ass.
Yeah. He ain't want that smoke. No, seriously. It was going. I mean, I watched that. I was at work and I told my client, I said, this is what we about to do. Watch this game. Okay, whatever you want to do. I know. And sat there, watched the whole halftime show and everything. She actually loved it. I like this.
Everybody, and that's one thing I will say about the halftime show. Everybody of all ages love the show. From the young to the old, everybody was moving and grooving. They literally picked the best person to do it this year. Hands down, Usher had a phenomenal performance.
Shout out to Usher, honey, on them skates, baby.
What about Alicia Keys?
I won't say something. that bitch, her thing in that outfit. I tell you what.
But we ain't asking about the outfit. We asking about that first note that came out.
So you know they was calling her the Little Mermaid, right? Because they said she gave up her voice for a man. They said her voice ain't been right since she stole Swiss Beats from his wife.
Oh,
that
shit.
first note came out like, oh my.
Let me tell you what.
Was that?
Let me tell you what. I didn't notice it. I didn't. I was just excited to see Alicia Keys on the stage. I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
I was a big Alicia Keys fan. Y'all know I like to pretend I'm celebrities and went through my phases with thinking I was about damn everybody. I had the Kia earring and the braids and everything. So I was excited. But being a fan of Alicia Keys is knowing, I know Tiff sings. We all appreciate music. We know certain people Alicia Keys is a very throaty singer. She sings from here. She don't sing from the diaphragm. And when people are throaty singers, they kind of tend to lose their voice, or they are, prone to their voice cracking or stuff. So I kind of already been hearing that the last few years of her singing. So I was really, really sad for her. I could see in her face that she kind of like, she pushed through, she recovered, but her voice is just not what it used to be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, she ain't did a tour in God knows when.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to come out and do a whole Super Bowl, I mean, that has to amount for something. I don't know if she had, voice training. I would think so.
Mm-hmm.
I would think so. Well, dang, I got to go out here and do the Super Bowl. I haven't sang. So I'm pretty sure she had voice training. But, once you get up in age, because my voice nowadays is not like that. I have to give voice training. I'm actually going to give voice training from the lady who directed the last song. And it got to be Sydney Jennifer Jones. So, but yeah, it's not easy to sing. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not, especially in front of all those people, all that pressure.
Yeah, I think that with a lot of, I mean, it don't matter who it is, with singers, that happens from time to time where, that, but I guess the real question is, had it been rehearsed or did she rehearse? And I don't know. I mean, but I definitely think it happens. People
How many times has it? And here's the question: how many times has it been rehearsed? Because you guys are in Las Vegas. Did you guys go to Las Vegas a month prior to the Super Bowl and rehearse it? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys rehearse the day? Do sound check, I should say. Do you guys do sound check the day before? You go over Usher's house and say, "Hey, Ush, I'm about to come over. We're about to practice."
Yeah. It
You
just
gotta
kind of
ask Swiss
depends.
Beats.
We don't.
What?
Yeah, we don't know how much they performed or practiced. She's a professional, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna, work to try to, fix that issue. But did y'all see that the NFL photoshopped the video and took that part out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Which part?
Her voice cracking in the beginning.
Did they?
Yep, they did something to her voice and edited that part out. It sounded like they layered the actual song over it, or something. They did something. So yeah, it I don't know, but she looked amazing. I love that My
amazing.
Song.
Yeah, she absolutely.
What was you guys' favorite song or part of the performance?
I think my favorite part was when he was on the roller skates. Mm-hmm. I mean, the rest of it was, by far, I don't think any of it was bad. I think that he did an amazing job. Do I think it was the best Super Bowl performance? No. I just don't. And I mean, I really I have liked Usher from the very beginning. So, I'm definitely a fan. And like I said, I think that he did an amazing job. I just don't think it qualifies to be considered as one of the best Super Bowl performances. But my favorite part of the whole performance was when he was on the roller skates. Like, I thought that was I thought that was dope, and I always think it's dope. You know, when he's anywhere and he get on them skates, like I think it's dope. It's like a grown and sexy look that a lot of people don't do. Last person I remember doing, and I'm sure other artists have done, stuff with roller skates and all that, but the last artist I remember doing it was Faith Evans, and what was that song?
I never knew there
Not that
was
one.
a.
It was we could dance, 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 clap your hand. When they in the video they was on the roller skates.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was my favorite part of it. But I do think that he did an amazing job. For where he started and where he has come and how his career has been. And I mean, he hit a period where wasn't nobody talking about Usher. Like they wasn't talking about Usher, and he wasn't selling, and he was able to recover from that. And and he dropped a new album right like days before the Super Bowl performance. Like that's super dope. Like he got a new album.
which boosted up his sales
Absolutely.
100% now, because ever since then everybody just been really just talking about Usher now, and he's about to start his tour. So I said when he comes to Cleveland that I really want to go, because I never saw Usher.
He's going to Detroit.
Detroit's the closest.
Yeah.
When is he? Do you guys know when?
I can tell you. I just because I actually had pulled it up. It might be in September 12th. And it's actually he's doing 2 days. So it's like September 12th and then September 11th and 12th, or 12th and 13th. It's one of the two. But he's doing 2 dates in not Columbus, Detroit. So yeah.
Well, I tell you my favorite part. I mean, I really didn't expect all of that happened. I didn't expect to see Alicia Keys. I didn't expect to see absolutely. My favorite part was that young lady that came up there with that guitar. I was proud to be a woman right there. I was like, you better get. And all them other females, like, y'all just don't see that every day. A female on the drums, a female, playing some type of musical instrument and whatever. But honey, she showed it. And Ludacris coming out there, and what's my boy's name? Lil Jon.
Oh, Lil Jon.
But you know who that was playing the guitar though, right?
Huh?
You know who that was playing the guitar, right?
That was dang, what's that child's name?
That was her.
Yeah, her.
If you got it, and
Yeah. Thank you, Katia.
Katia. Yes, the artist her.
I couldn't remember her name.
Look, couldn't remember her name. Artist. She plays a lot of instruments and things. She's been in the music industry since she was a little girl.
But when she came up there on that stage, baby, I was like, man, listen, I didn't know she could play that guitar like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was amazing. It was good. But tell me why I thought Will.i.am was Kanye West. I was like,
who?
The guy Will.i.am that was singing the oh my God, that's that song.
Oh yeah. Now who is he?
He's from the Black Eyed Peas. Will.i.am.
See, I can't remember some of them. If I ain't seen them in a long time, I'm not gonna remember them.
Let's get it started.
Yeah, that's my favorite song from the Black Eyed Peas too. I love that song.
He's one of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that was basically my favorite. But my favorite performance, my favorite Super Bowl performance was Prince. That you don't remember Prince?
No, I don't remember how much of that performance I saw. I know he's on the list of the top performances though.
Yeah, that was my favorite performance. Ooh, that was years ago too. I'm talking. Let me see. That was years ago.
But yeah, I thought he did a good show. What was up with Jermaine Dupri's Easter socks?
Shut up. Oh my God. You know that man's special. Stop playing. Oh. Let's see, Super Bowl. I mean, he was serious. He was serious about them socks too, cuz.
I was like, oh, he got on his Easter gear.
He was Prince was on the 2007 halftime show.
Okay.
And I mean, he did such an excellent job. He was with what I look like Beyonce, but that ain't Beyonce. I don't know who that was, but when he did Purple Rain and the rain came down and it was purple, I lost it. I was like, oh my God. I wasn't really never a big Prince fan, but I didn't start becoming a big Prince fan until like way later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my favorite. The nuttiest performance of the Super Bowl was when Janet Jackson was with Justin Timberlake and she had that wardrobe malfunction. All
Yeah.
her boobs came out.
Oh Lord. I as far as the favorite performance on the Super Bowl, I don't know. I mean, I probably was to be honest, I probably would say Beyonce. Um,
Oh, Beyonce was.
because I only saw like bits and pieces of Prince's. And I mean,
Hmm.
no, you know, Prince was amazing. I liked Prince more, I guess, more of like the early years, like the
Hmm.
early years. When Doves Cry and
Yeah.
Purple Rain and all of the early stuff. Little Red Corvette.
Yeah.
Uh,
Little bit cool.
yeah, I like all of the early stuff. I actually had bought a double CD that was like the best of Prince or like the great, Prince greatest hits or whatever. But I mean, I bought that years ago, but I didn't really care for a lot of his music like in the later years with like I
When
did like
he
what was it? Love Come Quick, Love Come in a Hurry. The Thieves in the Temple.
yeah, was he with
I did like that. And I didn't like Diamonds and Pearls and
you didn't? That was like one of my favorite songs.
like bleh. I didn't like the later years. I didn't really care for a lot of his music like in the later years. I liked the
Uh-huh.
earlier. Yeah, I like the
Oh
earlier.
yeah, that was one of my favorite songs right there was Diamonds and Pearls. Because I think when that came out, I was still a teenager.
Mhm. When that came out, I might have been like in the ninth or the 10th grade or something like that. I mean, we
Hmm.
the same age, so I mean, whatever grade you was in, I was in. But
Yeah, I was. Yep.
I think it was like maybe ninth or 10th grade because I can remember that my cousin was staying with us. One of my cousins was staying with us, and that was like I was in high school, so
Uh huh.
it was like ninth or 10th grade.
Yeah, I know. I mean, let me see. Who was it last year? I can't remember who it was last year, but
Last year, last year was Rihanna, and I didn't think that.
yeah, because she was pregnant.
Yeah, I didn't really think hers was really up to par, but I think a lot of it was because she was pregnant.
Yeah, a lot of it definitely had to do. She was
I don't
pregnant.
think she should have did it last year.
Yeah. Um, I know. I'm really a big fan of watching the Super Bowl because we usually all go over our cousin David Hodges' house to watch the Super Bowl, and we usually celebrate his birthday and KJ's birthday at the same time because
Right.
his
'Cause the
birthday
year
is on
he
the
had,
second, KJ's on the seventh. So
yeah,
we all go over there. Everybody take a cover dish and whatever, and enjoy the game.
yeah,
But
because
other,
the year Snoop did it with Snoop, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, and all of them, we were at Dave's house. So
yeah,
yeah,
show was. Oh yes, yeah. Now I think that was a wonderful performance.
mm,
When they came all out, because I think was Nelly in that too.
uh-uh. No, that was just all Snoop, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige. When Eminem was there, 50
Yeah,
Cent.
Eminem came out.
Yeah,
Eminem came out. I listen. I was on TikTok. Not TikTok. I was on Twitter today, and see that was another thing. I had took time off of Twitter too. And I'm up here looking at not making them Cardi B, child, got her new video out. And when I say got her new video, she had ass out. I'm talking all out. And she got to talking about, she had a verse on there about jealousy, pertaining to all that was going down. She got so much hatred from that video, man. People was like, don't nobody want to be you. And that's why you're unfollowed. And that's why I'm unfollowing you. And I mean, people on there was hating on her so bad because of that video, but it looked like she done got some more work done too. Like she done got her whole waist snatched in. You don't need no more butt than what you got. But and before I looked at the comments, I put on there, I was like, well, I couldn't say it better myself. You gotta go on there and look at she took that verse to a whole nother level. And them people, and I'm like, how dare y'all even comment on her? And y'all ain't even got the money she got. Talking about Cardi B's video.
Right.
Oh, her Super Bowl commercial? Or what video?
The one she got on there is jealousy. I can't.
Did she have a Super Bowl commercial?
I can't remember if she had a Super Bowl commercial because I was like basically up and down.
Well, she had a commercial that got rejected because it was too risque.
Okay.
What was it? Because he was in it. Dude was in it. And it couldn't have been that one because, honey, she was doing the most in this video.
Did it was first lip gloss called Duck Plumpers.
No, it wasn't.
It was called Duck Plumpers. So they thought it was too
Duck Plumpers, huh? Quack, quack.
I can't with you.
Quack.
All right, let's hit a couple more. I'm getting sleepy. Now.
Quack, quack. Duck Plumpers.
Come on now.
Let me see if I can bring the video. I'm going to be the one that's going to be bringing stuff up. I'm about to bring the video up.
But it was sorry y'all. Y'all know y'all little cousin Kayla giving me a run for my money.
I know,
week,
Kayla.
She trying to be the fourth co-host today. She just determined to get on here today. Jesus, save us.
You said duck. Okay, here it go. Plump. The duck plump. It don't look like it. Wait a minute. Let me so y'all can hear it.
Listen, how I look right now, Kat.
Febreze. Hi. I use Febreze Fade-to-Fight.
But yeah, it was Duck Plumpers, and they was saying that people was using it on something else. They didn't know it was for their lips. They thought they was plumping something else. So that was So that's the premise of the commercial. So they were saying that they thought it was too risque for the Super Bowl. But yeah, so that was a funny one. It was some good commercials. There was an Ice Spice commercial. It was a couple commercials. They weren't that great this year. Sometimes it'd be some real good ones.
Yeah, but you know what? They starting to get really corny though.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it got corny. And I feel like people got away from making real jokes and try to have shock value all the time. And, make a real joke, or I don't know. Like I remember when the State Farm one where he was, you gotta be quicker than that, the old man, that's funny. You don't gotta say nothing crazy, but I feel like people got away from that clever or, that humor. I think they need to bring some of that back instead of always trying to be the next it thing or the next viral moment. Like bring back some, some ideas or something.
They don't have no more. It's almost like you said, they running out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that used to be the highlight back then. That used to be the highlight of the Super Bowl was the commercials. Like people would just be running to the TV just to see the commercials and be sitting there cracking up.
Yeah, that's what we used to watch the Super Bowl for. Me and my mom and my family, we would just watch the commercials, the show, see who's singing the national anthem. Okay, so y'all know Reba McEntire sang the national anthem for the Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah.
I admit that.
A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. You know
Wait
that
a
song?
minute. Wait a minute.
I'm
You
a
don't know who Reba is?
survivor. That's how I feel. I'm a survivor this week. I'm
That's
be
my
singing
girl.
Reba.
I like Reba, and I used to watch her corny ass her shows all the
That's
time.
the show I'm talking about.
I did.
I'm a survivor.
Ever. Her crazy ass neighbor.
Yes, that was my show. But so Reba came with a she had on a fur coat and some boots. And so she captioned her picture boots with the fur. And so everybody like, wait a minute. So they had a whole debate on when you singing the that old song, she got the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. They said, so do the boots gotta have fur? Or do you gotta have the fur on? Which one? Which y'all think?
I think me personally, I never, Big Mom, all of our aunts, well, not all of them, but I know Big Mom was a firm believer of a fur coat. She still got that fur coat. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to be the one wearing that fur coat.
Not you picking out your own inheritance.
My mom's like, you ain't going to wear you can't fit the fur coat. I'm the only one that can fit that fur coat. And that fur coat goes to the floor when I sit here and tell you, yes, ma'am, I'll be wearing that fur coat.
Ooh, wee.
So,
it goes
to the floor.
That was one of the funnier debates.
I think it's the first for me.
It was all these debates that was going on over the Super Bowl weekend, and people just kikiing about all kind of stuff. So what y'all think about Beyonce going country?
I think it's dope.
We got a new country queen.
I think it's dope. I just think
I'll see it. I can't make my decision on that right now.
I think it's too much, it's obviously too much racism out there, and music is music. Like, just make the music, and either people gonna like it and buy it, or they're not gonna like it and
they're not.
A lot of radio stations or country stations are refusing to play it because they're like, well, she's not a country artist, but the music is like, just play the music. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid. I think it's hateful for so many people to come against her. Like, I mean, we could talk culture vultures all day, and ain't nobody tripping about them coming and taking hip hop culture and let's keep it all the way a stack. Like, why is it different now that and she's the first African American woman to cross like that, from R&B and pop to country and be number one on the charts.
Yeah, definitely mainstream artists. We've seen some other people, like I know K Michelle was trying to do that. That was something she was trying to do.
Absolutely.
But they face a lot of backlash.
Like, I think it's dope with K Michelle. Like, I think it's dope with what she's doing too. Like, everybody should be able to do what they want to do with their music and use their creativity how they want to use it. So I don't see a problem with it. To me, it's no different. It's no different than when she had the country song on Lemonade.
Exactly.
Is she going straight country, or she's just going to mix it in with R&B?
It's part of Renaissance. Remember, Renaissance is 3 parts.
Well, I haven't.
So
I haven't saw that yet. Like, I gotta get my life.
She gave us the first album, and now the second part of it is going to be country. So,
and people are speculating that the third album will be rock or something alternative like that.
Yeah.
So it's
she can definitely do it. She can definitely do it.
Yeah, she has.
She has the right. I think she has the right level of creativity, and she has the right people working behind her to make it sound good. And obviously, she got the voice and the vocals. Like, I think it's dope. Like, I think it's dope. Like, to me, music is music. Like, I like music, and if that's what you in it for is the music, then you shouldn't really have any problem with it. Like, you either like it or you don't. And if you like it, then don't buy it.
That part, because at the end of the day, if you don't buy it or not, Beyonce's still gonna have the money. Okay,
her fans are going to support her.
Exactly.
So the more
they definitely are.
the more she gonna sell. So like, enough already. I think, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you guys. I listen to some country. I'm more of a pop country person, not a super true,
Right.
so I didn't get a chance to listen to the songs. So I'm gonna give them a listen. I'm an old school, like Shania Twain, Dolly Parton, something like that. I need some, so I like a little sassiness in my country. So I'm gonna give it a chance, but she's facing a lot of backlash. Like Lil Nas X had that issue when he made the Old Town Road song with Billy Ray Cyrus, and he was saying people were refusing to play it. They were being very racist toward him. So she's facing a lot of things, but one thing that he didn't have that she has is such a huge following and fans.
Absolutely.
Because the one radio station, I think it was what was it, OKC, and they were saying, "Oh, we don't play that. We're country." Man, they said 15 minutes later they came up there talking about we'll have Beyonce up next. Because them people didn't pressure them. Do you know that radio station didn't have their Twitter active for 2 years, and they had to literally log in, reactivate their Twitter just to call off the Beyonce fans because people were outraged that she's not getting the same play. So I'm definitely happy that she's able to cross over into that market because so many others have crossed over to our market.
Absolutely.
So that'll definitely be interesting to see. But yeah, so it was a lot going on this week. I know me and James has previously talked about some things. I know we talked about Monica going on tour with Nicki Minaj now.
Yeah, go figure.
Which
do you guys think that's
convenient?
A smart move?
I mean,
to be quite honest with you, I think that was kind of on a convenient part because I mean, let's just be realistic. When the last time she ever went on tour? So go on tour with somebody I know that's going to bring in some money. Nicki Minaj.
I mean, I think to the average person it makes sense because she, the three of them, she, Keisha Cole, and Nicki, they have the song together.
Mm-hmm.
So to the average person, it makes sense for them to go on tour together. I think it's a stupid move. First of all, just taking it back to all of the stuff going on between her and Meg Thee Stallion, and let's not get it twisted. Like, I dig the fuck out of Nicki Minaj, and I dig Meg Thee Stallion, but I just think that their beef and all of the stuff that they have going on, I think it went way too far. And out in the street, like, we ain't gonna talk about on wax and in the music industry and all of that. Out on the street, you will get your ass beat talking about somebody dead mama. And I just think that was way out of line. I think that it was off the mark. I think it was unnecessary. And the reality is, you are married to a fucking predator. So like that ain't nobody trying to clown her. That ain't nobody just trying to be, mean and shit like that. It's the facts. So like, I just think that a lot of that stuff was really unnecessary. And it's not about people taking sides or anything, but I just think that right is right and wrong is wrong. And I feel like to go on that tour with her, I feel like it's like you supporting the bullshit and the shenanigans that she doing. And like, to me, she has lost total focus. Like, let's keep it all the way a stack. Like, I'm not feeling the new album. And I mean, there's certain songs on there. What is it? Ruby Red the Sleeves or whatever. Like, I like that.
I haven't even.
I like certain songs. I like certain songs. Like, I'm not even gonna front. I do. But I don't like the whole project. It sounds like a mixtape. All the songs are like minutes. Like, to me, she didn't put that much into the album. Now, I'm quite sure that she will beg to differ. And her fan base will beg to differ. But it just does not come across as though she really put as much into the project. You have the you have certain journalists and whatnot really supporting it and all of that kind of stuff, but I think a lot of these cats get paid to give these opinions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To me, that's always shaky ground. But I just think that, like I said, right is right and wrong is wrong, and I don't feel like she should be supported for the bullshit that she doing, like with Meg The Stallion or whatever. And it's like you doing the same thing that you claim Lil Kim did to you, or what? And it to me it sucks. To me, that's not Monica's fan base. And I told you before, Kat.
Absolutely not.
I mentioned to you before. Let me stop. Let me not say like I told you before, because I don't want nobody to think that I'm fussing. But but we talked before, and I just was like, that is not her fan base. And to me, she should not go on that tour. That's not the way to go. First and foremost, she need to look at her team and her marketing people, because Monica has put out a million projects, and while while the projects have been good, some better than good, they
Right.
don't sell. Like her music does
Mhm.
not sell like that. It's not like back when she was 13. You know,
Right.
her music does not sell like that. And to me, it all comes down to the team and the marketing and the promotion and what you guys put together, for this project. And the reality is, she got. Let me not say it like that, because your kids are a blessing. But on the same token, she got a number of children. So like when she's putting these projects out, there's a lot of stuff that she's not doing, and rightfully so, because she's taking care of her kids and she's taking care of her family, and that is what you get when you have a family and then you trying to have a career. Like it don't always mesh, and your family come first. So usually when
Mhm.
she puts these projects out, it's one thing to go on tour and whatnot, but there's a disconnect somewhere. And I think it starts with the team. So to me, the team should have been there and should have said that's not a good move to do that to her.
Absolutely.
Obviously, that might have created a rift between her and Nicki Minaj if she didn't do the tour. I mean, I would imagine, depending on the way that it was taken back to Nicki Minaj or presented to her. But sometimes that's just the way the ball flop, and you just have to roll with the punches, because I just don't think that that's her fan base. So I mean, again, that's my opinion. I could be wrong, and hey, I get it, but I don't think that is her fan base. I don't think it's a good move for her. Um,
Hmm.
so that's my thought.
Well, basically the same thing. I just can't see like all of a sudden you dropping in on doing a whole tour with Nicki Minaj where all of this is going on.
Yeah,
And I honestly, and it's like I said, it's my opinion that she's doing it because to get her fans back up, even though because see, Monica is the type of person she cannot sell out an arena. She can do the Civic Theater, she
right,
can do the Playhouse Theater, you know what I'm saying?
right,
But your people have agendas. I'm telling you, you want to do an arena. So the only way you can do an arena is get one of the biggest artists out there. One of them is Nicki, and everybody gonna come out, and everybody, and regardless of the fact that she's beefing with Monica and all that other stuff, people still is gonna support her by all means. And then it's like this. I want to go see Nicki Minaj. And in order for you to go see Nicki Minaj, you got to buy a ticket. You're going to go see Monica too. And these people, and just like Kat, when we went to go see Josie, I could tell you was half into it. But like you said, you wasn't brought up on some of the songs. So you was brought up on KC and JoJo. You know what I'm saying? These people that's going to see Mickey was not brought up on Monica. These is the females and the dudes this generation, Cameron's generation. I go take Cameron to go see Nikki, and then Monica come out. He come out. Who is that?
right.
Then I got to go in here. Well, you got to listen to the YouTube cam. You got to. He wasn't even. I asked him if he wanted to go see Jodeci. I don't know them.
Mhm.
I, I I don't know them. Now my mom tell me, hey, we're gonna go see whoever back in that era. I'm on it. I'm game to go see. The only thing I don't do is blues. But I'm glad. So Monica knew what she was doing when she hooked up with Nikki,
Yeah.
Despite of what was all going on, because Monica is looking at it like that ain't got shit to do with
Right.
that ain't got shit to do with me. I need my fans back.
I think that's how she's looking at it, and I think that she feels like she's being strategic by doing this.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
don't think it's I don't think it's the right move. Like I don't think it's the right move. But I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, I can't necessarily say I'm gonna buy a ticket to even go, because when it comes to Nikki, Cardi B, and Monica, not Monica, Nikki, Cardi B, and what's her name, Megan. I don't even know what them girls are saying in the first place, except for what pops out in my head is a cuss word or something sexual.
I mean,
other than that, I don't know what them girls are saying.
See, that would be. I don't see. The thing about it is, I try not to pick sides on the rap beef, because it ain't. It ain't my business, and I be wanting to support. I love them girlies, them all my girlies. I love them, but Nikki be wrong when she wrong. She be a little over the line when it comes to some of the stuff
she do get over the top.
I just would like to see them clean that up. Like, I mean, I'll keep it all the way funky. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy a ticket to go. I mean, it's different. It's different.
I'm not either.
See, I would love.
It's different if I get something to go and cover it or that sort of thing. But I'm not gonna spend my money to go and support somebody that is just being downright mean. Like I just right is right and wrong is wrong, and I just feel like for what I want to do in the culture and with media, or continue to do with media, like I can't support that. Like that's
right.
It's not good for our culture. It's just it's not. It's not good for our culture, and it's getting to the kids of today's generation, and they here for it. Like and
they are, and that's why a lot of these kids take stuff too far.
Right.
They don't have no limit, because that's what they see these people, the people they look up to. They see these girls beefing and fighting and bringing up dead mamas and stuff, and they see these men shooting and doing whatever. So they're emulating it and thinking that that's okay. They don't have no limit
in your life too. So like you lost your father. You have a beautiful baby at home. Like you're where you say that you wanted to be. I mean, obviously, it's unfortunate that you lost your father in the process, but she has talked for years about wanting a baby, and so you should be in a much happier place to I don't get it. And I mean, obviously, I don't know all the details and all of that stuff, and I really don't want to know it all.
Right.
It's hard for me to support, when when the fans are in the middle of all of this stuff, and kind of being forced to pick a side.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really like to pick a side, but I do kind of like steer. I don't pick a side, but I steer a little further away from.
But it's hard to not pick a side, because it's hard not to.
It's hard not to, because
if you go and buy tickets to her show, then you supporting her.
Then you're supporting exactly. And the thing is, like Tiff was saying, Nikki is my generation. I grew up on Nikki. Like literally when I was graduating high school, when I was in the 12th grade is when she started coming out.
Yeah.
And so my whole adulthood, me first going to the first clubs, me, going out with my friends and stuff like that. I have so many memories in these songs that it's like, it's almost not even about her. It's about, me and my friend was, we was kicking at this. And I can remember what I had on listening to this, So I kind of like when her stuff, I have a lot of her music on, my playlist. So I'd be like, listen to it, and I'd be like, girl, hey, Nikki, why you do that? And I was always a big Doja Cat fan. Love Doja Cat. I've been listening to Doja Cat for 10 years. Like even dressed up like her back when. Saw her when I was at her concert screaming when nobody was checking for her. But when she started doing that demonic stuff, I'm not down with that. So I kind of just steered away from that. Now, I listen to a lot of her old music because that was just so ingrained in my life? Yeah, but I don't like the way that her new stuff make me feel inside. Just like Nikki, I don't like the way that them disc records and all that stuff. I don't like how it make me feel. So I do steer away from it. But I'm like, dang, man, it's like, dang, I love all of y'all. I love all my rap girlies. I love them girls. But and they all have their missteps. Cardi B done said some crazy stuff about people. Meg did a whole bunch of stuff against people, lied and different kind of stuff, So it's like, they only human, so we gotta, take it with a grain of salt. But you gotta watch who you align your spirit with and who you align your business with. And I think that Monica, do I think in the short run is it gonna help her? Yes, but I just feel like it's aligning her with somebody that is not her brand. Absolutely. Like, we always had those conversations about, we should do this, and then we're like, you know what? That's not our brand. That's not who we want to be. That's not what we represent. So, you got to watch out for those type of things. For real.
Absolutely.
Go on YouTube and go on Offset and Cardi B official video Jealousy. Y'all.
I'm going to have to watch it.
When I tell you what, I went on Twitter and all I could say is, hell, I couldn't have said it no better than him. And it was so graphic, like, yeah.
And see, I be having problems with when I do pick sides, and I be mad at somebody. Like I was mad at Offset, all that cheating he was doing and stuff, and then she was back with him, and I'm like, dang, I can't even.
But
I'm
listen, I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing about nobody's relationship. I can't. But it's like, how many times is this dude gonna cheat on you?
And the thing about it is I'm the type of person, I done been in my fair share of rocky relationships and stuff, but it gets to a point where you got to stop bringing that stuff to the public.
Yeah.
Because I was very much doing that when I was younger and busting him out. Oh yeah, he did X, Y, and Z. And it really wasn't doing nothing beneficial for me, our relationship, or anything. All that was happening was people was in our business. People was laughing. When we got back together, we both was looking like bozos. So we just like...
That's why I don't do this Facebook. See, I don't do that. Like, you want to get upset, get mad, get to fighting and carrying on. I don't go on Facebook, put you on, but I'm not putting you on blast by far for freaking what? Because I know we're going to get back together or something's going to transpire between us anyway. And it just make you really do look stupid at the end. But how many times are you going to let this dude cheat on you though?
Right. And publicly, and then let's not forget, that's what she has her original case is for sending people to fight the girl he was cheating with.
Okay.
And then, so she's still on probation for that case. That is why she has that whole case that she had to go through all this attorneys in charge. She have a whole assault charge because she paid some girls to go in the strip club and beat up the girl he was cheating with.
And
how bad did they beat her up?
At what point do you pull yourself away from that life? And that
I wouldn't even did it. I wouldn't even with that far. I just would have left it all the way alone. If that's what you want to do,
she got sued civilly. So not only are you getting charges, you got to pay that woman. So all that beating up you did, now you owe her
was for nothing. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, was for nothing. What was you really proving? You just, you messing yourself up over that, and that's what I didn't like because it's like, okay, your man cheating, and that's why I be telling girls, stop putting somebody so important in your life. Like, you may be with them, they may do whatever, but stop being so wrapped up into where you losing your mind. Remember that show Snap back in the day?
Yeah.
Them people used to snap about their lovers, and you'd be like, dang, because they cheated on you. You just stabbed up the new girl, the side girl, and now you in jail, and they done moved on with their life.
Right, that part.
Wait a minute, didn't even kill the bitch. I mean, excuse. I'm sorry, but didn't even kill her, and your ass in jail.
Yeah, then went to jail, had charges, civil charges. She lost a lot of endorsements over that. Yeah. And he turned around and got caught messing with that girl 2 more times.
Yeah. Damn, for real?
Yes. The first time the girl posted some DMs from him and he so-called got hacked. Oh, now I'm hacked. When you was telling her I miss you and stuff. And then so at his birthday party last year, Cardi didn't go to his birthday party. And it was a star-studded event. But guess who was there? The girl.
See, that's that.
So, how much do you respect your wife, if this what you doing? So I be just like, oh my goodness, like it's like we gotta, we
And you
gotta.
know what? And here's my whole thing. This is where it gets weird. And can't nobody sit here tell me. Cardi B is fine as freaking wine, got it all snatched in the white places, everything. But she loony and then the Looney Tunes itself. And then you got Offset, who is fine.
Mhm.
But this fool is something. It's y'all. I don't get. It's something with I don't know because for this dude, you get her pregnant, whole pregnant, I have a baby together, and you still willing to cheat on her. When is it? So you mean to tell me you're willing to stay with her money? Both of y'all got money, so it's not even a thing about that for real, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you get
Well,
married, I hope
cheating
y'all
is
signed the
it's
prenup.
rarely about that, and it'd be like whatever
It's
somebody
really
do.
about that. I think it's just in his nature. But damn,
It's
if you got to go through that length to cheat on her, leave. And then you cheat on her again with the same broad. Come on.
Yeah, but the thing about cheaters and the thing about people that treat you bad is they gonna keep doing it as long as you accept it. As long as you there,
as long as you
come
allow it.
on, come, they gonna do it. Why would they stop? Why would he stop? If he see that he can cheat on her and still be with her and have his cake and eat it too, why would he stop?
Right.
So I be telling people,
I don't
however
get
they
it.
treating you right now, imagine them treating you like that for the rest of your life. If you can be okay with that, then that's fine.
So,
but don't be telling me about it. You go over there, be quiet, and deal with that. But
so do they have like any business tied into each
yes,
other?
they have a lot of businesses. They own a lot of
That's
properties.
why.
They have apartments. They have
That's why
businesses and things. And I mean, those things can be separated in a divorce. It's if Bill Gates can get a divorce and they could separate hundreds of millions of dollars, they can easily split their stuff up. But they both comfortable. They both, if they like it, I love it.
And that's what I'm saying. They got so much tied into each other, and it's just probably too much for them to even. Man, if we go and get lawyers, go get a divorce, we're going to be sitting here arguing over who got what. That's why you got that much money tied into each other. You need to get a freaking prenup. That's just like if I sit up here and be whole married. No, if I sit up here and win $500 million, just say, and then I get married, I will have to get a prenup, especially if I have businesses tied into that money. You know what I'm saying?
It gets
Yes,
a lot.
I would definitely have to get a lawyer and get. I would have to get a lawyer, have to get a will, and say, okay, I'm gonna give my husband probably 2 million of that off rip. Because see, off rip, that's in my will. You know what I'm saying? And my kids is gonna get the rest. But I cannot sit up here and be arguing over something stupid and it's just dumb. A business, money, all of it. That's why. That's why, and it's sad. And like you said, you're gonna allow him to continue to do it. But damn, how many times is the stuff not right? What is
It's
going on?
not
I'm
right,
just
but
trying to make it make sense. Why you keep cheating on her?
I mean, that's what he wants to do. He doing what he want to do, and that's what he wants to do. So he's gonna do it. Ain't nobody gonna stop him but him. And these dudes could say, oh, because he was saying, oh, Takeoff's death affected me and this and that, but you still doing the stuff you're doing. So you're not really
Takeoff death ain't affect him.
Yeah, he didn't grow from that at all. So
Takeoff death ain't affect you like that for you to sit up there and cheat on your girl. Come on now. Make it make sense.
And they so-called was separated, so-called was filing, and then they ended up getting back together. And that's something that we've been seeing with a lot of couples is they're filing or they're separated and then they got back together. But you know who did break up over the weekend? Larsa Pippen.
Oh yeah.
And Marcus Jordan, who is Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah.
Really?
Larsa Pippen was Scottie Pippen's
ex-wife. Scottie Pippen's, yeah.
Was dating Michael Jordan's son. I think he was 26 and she was like 46.
Yeah, they was old.
Yeah, she's like a 20-year. But that's what she's been doing ever since. She allegedly she cheated on Scottie Pippen with Future.
Right, I remember.
And so that was the first when she started hanging out with she got close with the Kardashians, and she did her whole body and face over. And then she started dating younger people. So she started with Future. And then ever since then, she's been dating all these, she was even connected to Tristan Thompson, who is Chloe's baby dad.
Mm.
And did you see he got caught with performance enhancing drugs in his system? So he got to sit out a few games for that. They said this dude cheating at his job and in real life, because he be cheating on Chloe.
Hey, I don't know. I guess it's a thing now. I can't.
Well, listen.
That's
before y'all go further, this is where I'm gonna slide out.
You about to slide out, Jay?
He about to slide right out that chair.
I've had I had a whole lot of stuff going on today. I've been out running since 6 o'clock today, so I'm getting ready to fall out in a minute. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and continue on with the topics. Yeah, I gotta slide on out of here before I be sleep on the camera.
Oh my God. Okay, well, peace be with you.
She said, "Peace be with you." No, I ain't going nowhere. Go ahead.
No.
Boy,
Jay,
bye.
how you going out? You leaving and then you ain't leaving.
Right.
But yeah,
I am gonna slide out in a few minutes though.
Yeah, the last thing I did want to talk about is Monique.
Yeah.
I haven't got a chance. Okay, listen, I haven't not got a chance to sit there and listen to her, but it's been a lot of reels coming out with with her talking.
Yeah, so it's a lot of reels, and I did not go through, and I don't think I am. I'm just not a person that I don't know if I will be sitting through a lot of the whole thing of the Club Shay Shay stuff like that. I really kind of go through the clips and
they say they try to say he's gay
stuff like that. Because we all very busy in our lives, so I don't really got a lot of time to sit there for that long. But she did the Club Shay Shay,
right?
And then after she did that, she had all these people coming for her. She went on tour with Cat Williams. So now her son is speaking out and saying that they are estranged and that, it's some issues between her and her husband and, their relationship and things like that. Mm-hmm. So they've been coming out with some different, they did an interview where they said her husband did most of the talking. About the relationship with her and her son. And then today she released some text messages showing that, she did try to keep up with the son and check in on him. But he was being very short with her and he's kind of cutting her out of his life.
Really?
I just think it's hard to really comment on it because to me, that's a family thing that shouldn't even be in the public like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It shouldn't even be in the public like that. And the thing is, first of all, the thing that strikes you is that he's not saying anything that she has not said. Like she's been fully forthcoming about where she was in her life and that she was not a good mother to him. And in hindsight, she didn't really want to be a mother. Like she's not the first. She damn sure ain't gonna be the last. Look at Lunel. It was the same thing with Lunel and her daughter, and they had a bad relationship, and they did counseling though, and they were able to really work through it.
Right.
And it sounds more like when he's talking and he's saying certain things, like he made a comment about Sydney. That's Daddy. So she made about Sydney, or he made a comment about Sydney, and it really led you to believe that he really has a problem with Sydney. It may not even so much be with Monique. It's like he has more of a problem with Sydney, but then it becomes a problem with Monique because she behind him, behind him and singing his praises and all of that stuff. It almost kind of makes you think of somebody that's like in the cult and they're being, led by somebody else or whatever. But it just sucks though, because it's like in one breath he's like, I'm happy. I'm really happy. But then, as he's talking, you could tell there's a lot of anger there. I think there's a lot
Mm,
of anger, and it's a lot of things that need to be addressed. And it might not, all of it might not be able to be addressed just between the two of them. Like it might need to be them and a counselor. But what I do believe is that Sydney should not be there. I think that he should not be there. And I feel like he's out of place really speaking about him in terms of his mental health and shit like that because you don't even have a relationship with him.
That's
And
not okay.
I just don't think it's okay. And some of the stuff that he said, like to me, it's not okay. And it's like a tit for tat. So it's like
right.
say something and then they feel like they got to come back and respond. Why are you responding? As his mother, if you are in a place where you feel like you want to mend that relationship, then number one, why are you even responding to this shit? Like is what like why are you responding to it? So that's number one. And then you have to know that he's going to be quite damaged if you have not been involved in his life all these years and now he's 30 something or he's 20 something. Like you
This
have to know that
it
there's
seems like this is a theme that we see with a lot of celebrity parents. Do you guys think that it's hard to be a celebrity parent? With those dynamics of being on the road and being a breadwinner and not necessarily being there on the
absolutely,
day-to-day type of thing.
absolutely.
Um, I think that a lot of the
Mm,
kids of parents like that, they miss a lot of that bonding and that day-to-day thing. So I feel like they get this gap between them and the parent. And then when they become older, they start, being resentful, maybe acting out, which rightfully so. And
Right.
it just kind of I don't know. It seemed like, we've seen this with so many celebrities, singers, actors.
yeah.
I just think like if nothing else, it should be a lesson to people who are like it should be a lesson to young people who are watching now. Like if you are trying to reach your goals and pursue your dreams and all of this other stuff, close your goddamn legs or use a condom or something to make sure you don't get
Prevention.
pregnant and that you don't have kids. Because what happens is when you have kids, the kid is first.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you can't just
Yeah.
you can't just turn around and oh well I got this audition. Like who gonna watch him? I ain't watching him. Or I gotta go to my audition. Or I got this is what
Right.
happens. This is what happens when you are careless and you don't really think about the consequences or whatever. And
Hmm.
listen, we all do some shit, and we all do some shit that we know damn well we shouldn't did, and all of that stuff. But once the child is here, you kind of don't have no choice but to get it together. And sometimes your shit has to go on the back burner. Like your shit has to go on the back burner. It's no different than me wanting to do certain things in my career. Like I've been at this for over 20 years. And it's been a trajectory that, I'm reaching levels now that I could have been at 15 years ago, 16 years
Hmm.
ago, 17 years ago,
Yeah.
but I got a 17-year-old kid. So like I can't just pick up and go to New York and go work for the labels and go do this and go be a publicist and go be an A&R when I
Yeah.
know damn well I got a kid here. So it's about priorities and it's about priorities. And
Hmm.
she didn't make him the priority. But at least she's standing in it and she's being honest and she's saying this is what it was. But she probably needs to take it a step further. And it may be difficult to do that because he's angry, he's resentful, like he feel a certain kind of way, and Sydney don't need to be there.
He doesn't need to be there. I definitely agree with
It
that.
needs to be you
Um,
and you need to go to him because you are the parent.
Yep.
Period.
mhm.
That part.
Period. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
about him coming to you, whether you feel like he should or not. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, you are the parent.
Yeah, people, it don't matter if they grown or whatever, they need to be the doing the reaching out and repairing.
Right.
Growing up, my mom was married. I had a stepdad, and he was definitely not the easiest person to deal with. And there was a lot of things going on,
Yeah.
and that caused a lot of strain in me and my mom's relationship.
Yeah.
And it took for her not being with him, and for us to really talk without him right there.
Right.
to where I felt like I
Wow.
could speak freely and I could, we could
Yeah.
end this without somebody being there, especially when somebody know that they're drawing a wedge between. And a lot of stepfathers do that. I can't speak on Sydney and Monique and things, but I do know a lot of stepfathers that come in and they want to monopolize the mother's time and they don't care about this kid. That ain't my kid, that ain't my son, type of mentality.
Right.
And so, it's like they keep that, they draw a wedge and then they keep, trying to keep y'all from each other.
Right.
And it just seemed like, especially with him talking about his mental health and stuff, that is nothing. I don't think she would even bring that up or something. Like, that's just not appropriate to be bringing up in front of other people and go doing interviews and things. I wouldn't do that to my child.
Right.
I might say they're dealing with some things and, but I really wouldn't. I just didn't like that. And I didn't like that. It seemed like he was speaking for her in that regard. Yeah. So I think that once, Monique and him get together, without the stepdad, maybe things will be different. So, hopefully, we'll keep them in our prayers and, be monitoring the story. But, Monique, despite that, she has really been making a comeback.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
She has the Netflix special going on. And then she is on tour with Cat Williams, Tori Hart. And the reviews are in and they're glowing. People are saying that she's really funny. They said that she's, laying it all out and she's being really transparent about the things going on. And she's even having people apologize to her and come to her and say, you know what, she might have been right from all them years of her, people saying Monique crazy and stuff. It's nice to see her finally be vindicated and things like that. So, it's good to see on at least that accord that she's kind of, clearing the air and, getting her flowers in a sense.
Absolutely. I think that when you lay claims like that, as far as some of the biggest people in Hollywood and stuff like that, you always going to have a lot of people who say that you the problem and that, XYZ and you causing this and it's your fault and all of that kind of stuff, because a lot of people don't want to go against the system. I mean, that's just what it is. A lot of people don't want to go against the system. But the thing that got me the most, like in the Club Shay Shay interview, is when they were talking about Tyler Perry. And listen, like, I have loved Tyler Perry's work and all of the stuff that he's done for all of these years. But to hear in that interview that she had direct audio where he admitted to making it up, and she basically was like, I sent you the video and you got it, right? Or the audio and you got it. And he was like, yeah. And she was like, and what did he say? And I like the way that she was posing questions to him to basically get him to speak the truth. She said, what did he say? He said he made it up. I was like floored. Like, wow.
Wait a minute. What did he say?
When they said that she was difficult to work with.
Who, Monique?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen it. No, for real. It's like once I see 2-3 hours, I shut down.
Talking about Monique. What you mean?
I know you're talking about Monique. I know you're talking about it, but I'm just sitting here like, what did he say?
He said that they said that she was difficult to work with. Him and Lee Daniels, and Lee Daniels ultimately apologized for it. He said, I did this, I apologize. Tyler Perry denied it, but she clearly had audio of him saying it. It's craziness. Like, it's crazy.
And it's so crazy that it's like you'll hear stuff about somebody and it's like you don't know what to believe, because we didn't hear from many people that Monique was difficult to work with, but we also heard from people. I've heard that Tyler Perry likes to blackball people. I heard that he likes to, if you don't do what he say, then he want to tell people don't work with her, or he'll never work with you again and stuff like that. So it's just interesting to see evidence coming out to see, oh, this is actually true, or this is, what she was saying, and I always felt like when Monique was coming out saying that against Lee Daniels and Oprah and stuff, I really believed her, because we had seen Monique hustling for years in the comedy realm, in the TV realm, in the movie realm, and then all of a sudden it just was like this one incident just took her down all the way. And I was like, that's kind of strange.
But
Right.
it gives me an entirely different feel about Tyler Perry and about
Yeah.
Oprah, and like this industry is crazy. This industry is crazy, and yeah, it's crazy.
Well, and that's interesting that you say that about Tyler Perry. So, do you think that's why? And I'll say probably like 95% of his movies, he has the same people working because he can't work with anybody else. Now he do have movies out there where there's different actors, but you guys, he literally almost have the same actors. And granted, he does, Medea, her brother.
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me see. Is that about it? Because I think he only plays her and the brother.
yeah,
I think, and then himself
right,
as his own. But that's it. But you got Bam. You got Cicely Tyson. Then was in it.
yeah. Well, some of
Monsters
those,
Elite.
yes, like some of the characters, I get what you're saying. Like I totally get what you're saying, and it could be some truth to that. But then I think that when you speak of like the characters, like when Cicely Tyson was in there before she passed, and then you had
Right.
Aunt Bam, and you had the other old lady that usually had a walker and
Right.
gray hair, and you have certain characters who are in seemingly all of the movies.
Her plays too. His plays
I think
too.
it's because they're Medea movies, so it's like they play the role of her family, so they just kind of carry over to a lot of the other movies or whatever. But
Yeah, but
I
sometimes
don't,
he has somebody
I
that
don't think
plays
that he has
somebody and they
trouble
playing
working
somebody
with.
totally different in the movie. And I'm like, dang, how many
Right.
roles they
Yes.
gonna
Yes.
how many
Yeah.
people he gonna be in a Tyler
Yeah.
Perry verse?
Because see, that's where you get confused at, like, well, this is okay, her initial name is Medea, but then they be like, this is my grandfather. Because remember when I'll Do Bad All by Myself when Taraji was in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was confused, like, well, what's the relationship with Medea? You know what I'm saying? So she will have stuff like that, and then everybody's like, "Oh, well, that's my grandmother." Well, how the heck is that your grandmother? Like, at least, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That's your grandmother. Okay, well, who's your mom? What?
Well, I think they just use Medea,
Well,
and that's
I think
another
Medea
reason
was
why her
her aunt.
name is really Mabel. But
Yeah,
Medea is
Mabel
a
Simmons.
affectionate term, like a grandmother term.
yeah,
And so she kind of just look over all the people and call them your kin. Because sometime in the movie, she'd be like, "Oh, I don't know how we're related, but you my kin somehow." And she just, take them
yeah,
in. But I, attribute that to a lot of people try to create an empire and make their people famous. Like they try to,
yeah,
like if you look at Adam Sandler and all
Yeah,
his Happy Madison movies, he had
yeah.
the same
His
people.
Madison.
He
Mm-hmm.
have what's to do Kevin James that do Paul
Mm-hmm.
Blart Mall Cop.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
got
love
Rob
his movies.
Schneider. He got a lot of those people that he really made big,
Yep.
and they be in every movie. So I really like that he did that with Black people. But it's just I don't know. We starting to see some different things come out of Tyler Perry and stuff. So hopefully, they can get it together and these people commend and undo their wrongdoings and stuff like that. Especially it's Black History Month. We supposed to be sticking together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah.
everybody can go their separate ways and succeed on their own if they can't work together.
Right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next week, but speaking of Black History Month, I will be speaking on C.J. Walker.
Right, Madam
Mm-hmm.
C.J. Walker. Okay.
I gotta speak up, my girl.
Okay.
Have you watched her
Okay.
movie? She got
What
the
you-
one movie on Netflix. It's so good.
Now, is that the movie where how she became?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that movie, I want to say came out. I think that movie might have came out the same time Harriet came out. Let me
Yeah, it was
see.
like a couple years ago they had did that. And so you got to really see how she built her company, how she got her name, from one of her husbands, because that was not her last name and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
right. Nope, it wasn't. It wasn't.
So yeah, it was real interesting to see because there were a lot of black hair care people around that time. And so you kind of got to see, you know, her competition and, you know, things she was working with. So that will definitely be interesting. I've been learning a lot of you know, Black history facts, lesser known Black history facts and stuff. And I would encourage everybody, you know, all our transcenders to really look beyond the figureheads that we normally, you know, look at and really delve into it, because we have a really rich history, especially in
We
America.
does. We
You know, we
do.
have a lot of inventions and a lot of things that people don't even know. I was just watching one of the I watched a couple of the medical movies. It was one with Cuba Gooding Jr. and it was one with Mos Def, and they played some doctors that were pioneers in their field. Like one did the first
Really.
heart surgery, one did this surgery where he was saving babies and they couldn't figure
Girl,
out.
that movie was so good. That movie was good.
Yeah, so I've been kind of watching all these movies and learning myself because you know, in school they only teach you so much and they try to keep a lot of our history buried. So yeah, I would encourage everybody to get into looking into some stories you don't really know about. Do some research this month, you know.
That movie with Cuban Gooding when he did the first open heart surgery on them twins. That was the
Yes.
most spiritual movie. I said, wow. And he did not know if that was going to end well or not. You guys have to really look. I can't bring it up because I can't remember the name of it, but
Yeah, that
that
was, I
was
just watched both of
them
those. Those
conjoined.
that
I
was
think
such a
the
good
twins
movie.
was conjoined. I
Yeah, it
think
was
it was the
conjoined
twins was
twins.
conjoined with, and he had to try to they had to be separated, I think, in order for
Yeah, but
him
they
to do
couldn't
the
figure out how
open
to
heart.
separate the heart or whatever, and
Yeah, it was
he
something around
pioneered
there.
that story. That and a lot of things, especially in the medical books, we were not allowed to put our names in the medical books and on those papers. So a lot of times, Black people did perform these surgeries and pioneered these medical advances, and they were not thanked or even known.
No, they weren't. It's
So
a lot,
yeah, even modern day Gene and all kind of stuff. It's so much. I'm about to watch the Immortal Life of what is it of Henrietta Lacks. I think
Okay.
that's what it. Let me. I think the Immortal Story of Henrietta Lacks. So what people don't know is she was a mother. I think back in the 20s, and she had some sort of I think I don't quote me on this, but I think she had some type of uterine or some sort of cancer or cervical, and they took some of her DNA and they found out that she had DNA that just kept living. Her cells would not die no matter what they did to her stuff, and they was experimenting and stuff, and come to find out they ended up multiplying her cells and using her cells are used in science to this day. She is called, that's why they say the immortal life, because she has been long dead and they've been using her cells in all these experiments and all this. They were able to find out different diagnoses and treatments for cancers and stuff because they were able to have her cells live on to, you know, to keep doing all these experiments on it. Her family has, I think, just now starting to get money and reparations from, they didn't even know that her stuff was getting used. And so I'm gonna watch that movie and learn some more because I just did a little bit of you know, digging into the story. But I love learning about stuff like that in our culture because Black people are really, you know, special, beautiful, amazing, you know, blessed. So definitely everybody make sure y'all you know, look into your dig into your Black history this month, really, you know.
Well, yes, the true story of Madam C.J. Walker, you guys, out there. She did some experimenting with a lot of chemicals, and see, that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, I was very hard headed, didn't know nothing about science and them elements. That element board
Yeah, the
really
periodic
pays
table.
off, you guys. So anyway, it's on Netflix. It's called Self Made. Self Made, the CJ Walker story. Olivia Spencer is the main character. She played Madam C.J. Walker. And then you have Tiffany Haddish, which is her daughter, Leah. Cameron play Addie, and then you got Kevin Carroll, Blair Underwood, Garrett Morris, Alfonso Nicholson, Sydney Morton, Karen Glave, and Manya something. Anyway, you guys make sure you get on there. I'll be chopping up names. I am so unprofessional. But no, seriously, you guys, make sure you watch that movie. So you got 2 movies to watch, which is the movie Self-Made, Madeline C.J. Walker Story, and Harriet. Okay, that's your homework for today. And then next week we'll come back and talk about the movies. You guys, I'm about like James. I'm about to fall.
I know
over.
everybody ready to fall out. So that was all we had for today anyway. So go on, boss man, go on to close us out. We tied.
That part.
I think it was a good show. Kat, as always, does amazing with the hot topics. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Getting that together.
Guys.
Tiffany did amazing with her Black History moment today. And you got Madam C.J. Walker next week. We're gonna start doing that every week. Quite a few segments are gonna be coming to Transcending the Culture. We got a whole lot going on. With that said, we will see you guys next Wednesday. It is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 after 10. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your evenings. Chill with your booze. And we will catch y'all next Wednesday.
Go and chill with your booze.
Boot up, baby daddle.
Boot, I'm about to be booed up right in this bed. Snore.
I know that's right.
Midnight come. Ain't no more Valentine's Day.
We're going to let them keep on going. We're going to see y'all next week, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.